In the beginning, before the world was mapped, before empires carved their names into stone, Africa was already ancient. Its forests whispered, its rivers remembered, and its skies were ruled not by silence, but by gods. Not gentle gods, feared gods, deities of thunder, war, oceans, storms, death, and creation itself. Across thousands of tribes and kingdoms, their names were spoken with reverence and terror. Tonight, we descend into that sacred pantheon. These are not myths of fantasy. They are living legends, born from oral traditions older than many civilizations. This is the story of the 7 most feared gods in African mythology. Shango, Lord of Thunder. When lightning strikes the earth in Yoruba cosmology, it is never random. It is judgment, and that judgment belongs to Shango. Once a mortal king of the Oyo Empire, Shango was transformed into an Orisha, a divine force of nature. But kingship did not soften him, it magnified him. Shango commands thunder, lightning, and fire. Entire cities, according to legend, were reduced to ash by his wrath. He is the punisher of liars, the destroyer of traitors, the divine executioner of cosmic justice. When thunder roars across West Africa, elders say Shango is speaking. And when lightning strikes a home, it is believed judgment has fallen. He is worshipped with drums, fire rituals, and offerings, not out of love alone, but out of fear, because Shango does not forgive easily. Oya, queen of storms and the dead. Where Shango is thunder, Oya is the storm that carries it. Oya is no passive goddess. She is wind, lightning, tornado, and transformation. She commands the violent winds that reshape landscapes and the gateway between life and death. In Yoruba belief, Oya guards the cemetery gates. She is the ruler of restless spirits. When hurricanes rise or sudden winds tear through villages, it is said Oya is riding the storm. She is both destroyer and rebirther, because every storm she unleashes clears the path for change. To invoke Oya is to invite transformation, and transformation is rarely gentle. Ogun, god of war and iron. Before swords clashed, before armies marched, one god walked ahead of them. Ogun. Ogun is the deity of iron, metal, war, and technology. Every blade, every weapon, every tool forged in fire belongs to him. Warriors prayed to Ogun before battle, not for mercy, but for victory. Because Ogun does not symbolize war, he embodies it. He is the patron of blacksmiths and soldiers alike, a god who clears paths with violence when necessary. In myth, Ogun once descended to earth to carve civilization itself, cutting through chaos with iron. To anger Ogun was to invite bloodshed. To honor him was to survive war. Anansi, the divine trickster. Not all feared gods rule through strength. Some rule through cunning. Enter Anansi, half god, half spider, all deception. Anansi is the trickster spirit of Akan mythology, master of stories, manipulation, and wit. But do not mistake humor for harmlessness. Anansi once outsmarted sky gods, captured deadly spirits, and even bargained for ownership of all stories in existence. His weapon is intelligence. His battlefield is the human mind. He teaches wisdom, but through chaos, because every lesson Anansi gives is wrapped in mischief. He is feared not because he destroys bodies, but because he can outwit gods themselves. Olokun, ruler of the abyss. Beneath the surface of the ocean lies a darkness untouched by sunlight. That abyss belongs to Olokun. Olokun is the sovereign of the deep sea, ruler of wealth, mysteries, and the unknowable depths. In Yoruba cosmology, the ocean floor is not empty. It is a kingdom, a spiritual realm of spirits, treasures, and ancient secrets. Olokun controls tides, storms at sea, and the prosperity that flows from water. Fishermen prayed before sailing, knowing the ocean could either feed them or consume them, because Olokun gives abundance, but also drowns arrogance. To look into deep waters was to stare into a god's domain. Nyame, the Sky Father. Above all lesser gods in Akan cosmology reigns Nyame, creator, observer, judge of existence. Nyame is the supreme sky deity, said to see everything and know everything. He governs the sun, moon, rain, and cosmic order. But unlike storm gods or war gods, Nyame rarely intervenes directly. His power is absolute, yet distant. It is said lesser gods act on his behalf, carrying out divine will across the world. To fear Nyame was to fear the universe itself, because nothing escapes the sky. Apedemak, the lion god of war. From the ancient kingdom of Kush rises one of Africa's most visually terrifying deities, Apedemak, a lion-headed god of war, often depicted with multiple arms or even 3 heads. Apedemak symbolized conquest, imperial power, and military domination. He was worshipped by Nubian warriors before battle, his image carved into temple walls as a sign of unstoppable force. Where he marched, empires rose. Where he roared, enemies fell. He was not merely feared by humans, but revered as the embodiment of war itself.